casual ride, no pressure. It's only your first time on a leader bike. Okay, this is not so bad. Not as scary as I thought it was gonna be. Forgot to adjust the mirrors. Let's just stop right here. Adjust the mirrors before we go. About right. Oh, that's why you adjust your mirrors. And we off. Okay, so assalamu alaikum and welcome to the video, you guys. My name is JJ. Yeah, it's been a while. Things have been a bit hectic over here with things opening back up after the pandemic, or after the first wave. It looks like we're about to hit a second full lockdown over here. But yeah, I'm hoping we're back to weekly videos once again. So anyway, today we are on the Buell Lightning XB12S. My first time on a 1000cc plus bike. This thing is awesome. Pretty nimble and flicky at these speeds. It doesn't have much engine braking, but the huge front brake more than makes up for it. So I'm gonna run off the specs real quick before we get to, well, we'll see if we can open up a bit. So yeah, the Buell Motorcycle Company was founded in 1983, I believe, by ex-Harley-Davidson engineer Eric Buell. He started out by making race bikes using Harley engines, and that eventually led to the inception of the company. And yeah, later Buell was bought by Harley, and then later it got scrapped. So yeah, it's no longer been made, these Buells, and they remain a sort of a cult bike these days. So yeah, the XB12S Lightning, it's got the Evo engine from the Harley-Davidson Sportster line. It's the 1203 cc's, I believe, 45-degree V-twin, of course, with the push rods. Yeah. It's got 103 horsepower at 6,800 RPMs and a peak torque of 85 foot-pounds at 6,000 RPM. It's got a 5-speed transmission, which I'm sure we're not gonna see much of in Maldives. Yeah, and a final belt drive. So yeah, it's fully kitted out. Front and rear are both Showa, fully adjustable inverted forks on the front. Yeah, fully adjustable monoshock on the rear. So what these Buell bikes were known for mostly was that awesome frame that Eric Buell built. It's an aluminum frame made specifically to mitigate the vibrations, isolate the vibrations of the monstrous Harley engines. And yeah, the fuel also goes into the frame, so that was a bit different. This fuel tank here is actually the airbox. So the actual fuel goes into the frame, and down below on the swing arm, that's where the oil is. Yeah, so this thing was truly unique. The seating position is actually quite comfortable. I'm sitting pretty straight up, not much weight on my hands. And yeah, the shorter wheelbase this thing boasts actually does lend to it being really flicky at these low speeds. Real easy to find neutral. I'm having no problems with the gearbox so far. I was a bit apprehensive getting on such a high displacement bike. I was worried I might not be able to handle the torque. But yeah, it's really friendly. I haven't opened up on the throttle yet, of course, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it has no problems lugging me around even in higher gears. So yeah, there's that bigger displacement coming into play. It does have an aftermarket speedometer, and that gear position the owner did mention it wasn't yet fully calibrated. It will display on the left of the speedo, that's why it's not showing the correct gear I'm in. This one is of course kitted out with a bunch of aftermarket parts that I do not have in my head currently. I will list them all in the description. Maybe I'll pop them up on the screen while editing. So of course lent to me by a good friend of mine, Valo. I'll leave his Instagram in the description so you guys can see more of the bike. This thing is an absolute joy to ride. So yeah, the kind of selling point of these 1,000+ bikes is the torque on demand that you get when you want to go fast, real quick. And we're hoping up here it'll be safe to maybe open her up. Alright, let's go for it. Here we go. Oh my. Oh wow. Yep, I see the appeal. I see the appeal of the 1000cc plus bikes. That was insane. I actually forgot to close my visor. That's why I had to hold back a bit. Wow. That thing got so fast, so quick. Okay, I'm gonna go again. Yep, litre bikes all the way. I'm sold. And I know I won't get. There's not much room to do this stuff in Maldives, but when you do, it's worth it, man. That was incredible. I know I wasn't going that fast, but man. Yeah, I'm absolutely sold on the 1000cc plus bikes. So this thing sounds absolutely insane. You get that weird Hardy, let's say offbeat firing, and at the higher revs, that actually sounds pretty insane. It's so loud. So another massive selling point of these bikes were this awesome front brake. This massive 375mm inside out front brake. It's got a 6-piston caliper, I believe. Yeah, and it's got a single disc, 240mm single disc on the rear as well. It's got massive stopping power. Yeah, this thing stops on time. And I didn't feel any of those braking forces. Yeah, this thing is too much fun to ride. take a corner with a bit of speed. Yeah, you kind of have to fully commit. Still, she handles pretty good. And this doesn't feel as smooth as Japanese bikes. I know power-wise it fits into more of the 600cc category, but I think that raw aggressive nature of the engine is the catch here. Yeah, so the Buell Lightning XB12S, my first time on a litre bike, and yeah, I'm sold. So that's gonna be it for the video. Sorry I couldn't get you much more input on the bike. I don't have much more experience to go off on, but yeah, I see the appeal. I see the appeal of the litre bikes. Yeah, let's get off this thing. Cooling kicks in pretty loud, and there she is. Amazing. So I'll see you guys in the next one.